What's going on, sir?
Hey, Richard. How are you?
Hey, good to see you
again. My name is Mike Amader, and I'm from Monterey, California.
So you decided to sell it. You're moving to Reno?
Yeah.
From this beautiful place?
Well, yeah.
So tell me the story again, because I was trying to remember it when I was telling Aaron what was going on. This belonged to, like, your friend's mom or grandma or something?
My friend's grandmother owned it. I'm the second owner, and I bought it in, like, 1981. It's a 1955 Chevrolet 210 two-door hardtop.
This was a 283 car with a 4-speed to begin with, or 283 automatic?
It was a 265 with an automatic. So now it's a 327 with the 4-speed. Transmission came out of a 67 Corvette that I wrecked.
Well, you got to use the parts for something. What color was it originally?
It was a light brown. I got a picture of it. You want to see it?
Heck yeah.
This is what it looked like in 1881.
When you bought it?
Yeah.
Really? That's a cool color combination there. It's kind of a taupe with white.
No kidding. So of Tri-5s, 55, 56, and 57 Chevrolets, I love 55s.
Let me put it to you this way. Trying to get away from their old man image, Chevy took a completely crazy risk and redesigned their full-size car line with the 1955 model year and up, including the mid-range 210. And it paid off. They were a huge hit with the public, and that same year, GM ended up being the first company in the world to earn over $1 billion in profit.
Yeah, what a pretty car. It's already a great car if we can just get the attitude fixed. You know, the paint's kind of weird, the front seat's definitely weird, and obviously the wheels and altitude are not our style. So if we can fix those things, we might end up with a really great car for a really low, level of investment once we get back to the shop. So this is a great buy, I think.
Take it for a spin?
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. I'll drive. You get in the back. So how many miles do you think you put on the car since 81 when you had it?
Oh, not a lot because it's parked most of the time.
Drives good, feels good. I'm 99% sure that this is the car for us, as long as it doesn't fall apart on the way back to Mike's house. And I'm ready to get a deal done, get it back to Dallas, get the guys hammering away on it, and take it to Barrett and make a tidy profit. Well, I dig it. So, you were telling me on the phone you wanted like 27, 28 grand for it. Where do we really sit?
Well, as close to that as possible.
Jeez. So I'm looking at the car, and I know what the car's probably worth retail, but obviously we've got to get a little back of that. And then Aaron and I had to come all the way out here to Monterey. And then I've got to get the car all the way back, not to mention mine and Aaron's flights back. So I've got some expense just in coming out here to make a decision. You add that in and where I've got to be, I mean, even before I walked up the driveway, I knew I had to be south at 25,000 bucks. I'm not at 27 grand. I was thinking more, probably 18.
Ooh, no, that's way too low. I got 20,000 just in parts alone in that car.
27 just put me too high. How about 20?
Can you go a little higher?
I feel like I'm bidding against myself. You hadn't come down yet. Golly. 22 and a half. It's a good car.
God, you're killing me.
I know, but I'm trying to get a good deal. You're moving, man. You're out of here. You don't need to take this thing with you.
All right.
Killer deal. Right on.
Good, man.
Appreciate it.
We settled on 22,500. I'm happy with it. Richard's happy, so we made a deal.
Let's get you paid and do some paperwork, and then I'll just have it shipped, obviously. I'm not going to drive it back. Settle at 22.5. That's perfect. I can get it back to Dallas, get me and Aaron back to Dallas, and get the guys rolling on Gas Monkey's first 55 Chevrolet.
You know, the thing is, like, I think it's such a sweet, such a nice little car. It just needs love.
You know, some cars we get in here need to be gutted, but some cars, like this one, just need an aggressive image update. So to accomplish that, the first thing we're going to do is change the color of this Chevy. I'm not a fan of this color yellow, but there's a lot of it, so we're going to keep that. But we're going to make it a little meaner by repainting the white to black. It needs new wheels and tires, bigger brakes, new suspension, and a more modern interior. The engine runs fine, but it's really looking worn out, so we're going to pull it, paint it, and make it match our car's new appearance. This is going to save us both time and money, which is a great thing because the deadline for Barrett Jackson is only 2 weeks away. And any time that we can save on the big stuff is more time that we can devote to the small things. And Richard's only given us a budget of 15 grand to get it all done.
I do think it's a cool car. I think it's a great car, and I can't wait to see it on the ground.
Well, y'all get it in and get started. I've done my part. I bought it.
Tony, you want to drive it in for us?
Yeah, good thing about keeping the yellow paint.
I didn't ask you if you want to tell us some more stuff. I said you want to drive it for us?
I'm glad you came to help me.
I know, I haven't seen you forever. You've been over here all by yourself.
I know.
It's kind of quiet and nice over here. It's
I was
nice
gonna
and
say
cool.
it's lonely on the top, but
Oh.
So today we're getting started on this 55 Chevy that Richard wants for Barrett Jackson. And this build's going a little different than all the other ones started out at.
where are we putting all this crap? We need a box or something, because I'll lose it.
Usually, we tear the cars apart over in the garage. But since there's no real metal work or anything to be done, Aaron went ahead and said, why don't I take it first and get my part knocked out? So the first step is to carefully remove the trim. I mean, it is 60 years old, and it's hard to find.
Just yank it. I would, but you wedged it in my hand on this side. Or you can just do that.
And then start prepping this thing for paint. Sure, they tell me just spray the white parts black. They make it sound so easy.
Finish the beard.
But really, black is the hardest color to paint. It shows every little imperfection. Now, if Richard was a normal paying customer, I'd quote him 2 weeks for a black paint job like this, but we only have 2 weeks for the entire build. So I'm gonna have to bust my ass for the next couple days. If I pull off this miracle, it'll be a pretty sweet ride.
Black and jello?
It is black and jello. All right, what sports teams have these colors? Let's just get it out of the way now.
I don't know the name.
The Steelers?
So I got the black paint sprayed and wet sanded on the 55 we're building, but I'm still not done with the car. Richard didn't want me to touch the yellow, but that paint is kind of tired. It's, got scratches from people washing it, drying it, getting driven, stuff like that.
Yellow cab?
Thing is, he's not here right now. So I'm gonna take the day and give it a good buff and shine.
All right.
Well, if you get it done, you need today to buff it. By tomorrow, we'll have the parts we need for the suspension, so I'll kick it to Jeremy just as soon as you're done. Get it out of your way.
I may need today and tomorrow to buff it, but
Okay.
I'll
Well, do
try
what
to
you
get it
gotta
done
do,
today.
because obviously we want this thing to look tip-top for Barrett Jackson. But be careful, we do not have time to repaint it.
Okay. Well, yeah, let me get it done and I'll get it over to you guys.
Okay, just holler. We'll come
All right.
get it. Thanks, Mike.
Cool. Thank y'all for pushing.
Hey, guys.
Is that Aaron?
Yeah. He wants to tell us about how hot dogs are made again.
No.
You didn't believe me the first time?
That was an hour-long conversation about how hot dogs are made.
Still made the same way.
Yes.